The following recipe is presented by John C. Lincoln Hospitals, who remind you that exercise and a healthy diet are key ingredients to staying healthy for life. Now let's watch while Chef Eddie creates this healthy but delicious meal.
Hey everybody, yeah, it's really me behind these whiskers. It's actually a bet I have going with some of my cooks, and I'm gonna win, but what do you think? You think it looks okay? You can see a lot of great, Weston, you don't have to get that close to me, really, to see this great. Anyhow, I'm so excited to be cooking today up at the Sub-Zero Wolf Studios. They're so nice. I have such beautiful equipment. They do a great job for me. But you know what? I'm gonna do scallops today, and I wanna do something that's healthy. I want to do something that's good for you, but you can still enjoy it and satisfy those taste buds so you're not in the back cooler eating bonbons or something like that. So this is what we're going to start out with. Onions, one of my favorite things, and one of them, just a perfect way to start anything. Caramelized onions. And the reason why we're cooking them down and they're in a big bowl, I know, I can hear you asking me why. They're in a big saute pan because we're going to add that to some braised greens. And the braised greens we're going to use is Swiss chard. But we have to add some other ingredients to it. First of all, the onions are cooking, so I'm going to add some garlic into it. And the reason why I'm going to add the garlic a little bit later is because I don't want it to brown. I'm sort of going to sweat this, and it incorporates all the flavors of the garlic and the onions all together. Plus, I'm going to add some of this, serrano chilies. And I'm going to add some serrano chilies, and I'm going to add some heat to this with the seeds because I want that heat. Because why? You know why, because I'm going to add something sweet to it. No, I'm not just going to stick my hand in there because I'm sweet enough. I'm going to add something else to there that's a little different. Any time of year you can buy fruit, but certain fruit is right, you can buy all year round, and it's ripe. It's perfect. I'm going to add cantaloupe to this. Yes, cantaloupe. I love this. We diced it all up. We're going to take the cantaloupe into there with the juice and everything, and we're going to sweat this along together. So you have the onions, you have the garlic, you have the serrano chili, and you have the cantaloupe. And I have all the cantaloupe in there and everything sweating together. And what's going to happen is, because there's heat in there, the juices from the cantaloupe are going to come out. They're going to incorporate with everything. It's just going to be just a big, big bowl of flavor. Now, while that's sauteing just a little bit, I want to hit it with a little seasoning, a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And then I'm going to add our greens. Now, this is called Swiss chard. Now, there's different kinds of Swiss chard. They call it bright light Swiss chard because the stem is like yellow or orange or stuff. But this is a nice leafy green, and it's good for you. And a lot of people don't really use Swiss chard because they see it in the grocery store. They think it's very hard to use. It's not. It's no different than, say, spinach or something like that you want to cook down. It's a little tougher, so that's why we have to add some liquid into it. So I'm going to just let this cook down. See, look at how quickly that just goes down, down, down. And as I've just added a little bit of heat to it, I'm going to add some fish stock into this, or you can use a vegetable stock, whatever you'd like. You know, you can see that the Swiss chard is cooking down a little bit. And as a matter of fact, I'm doing this recipe for John C. Lincoln. It's to sort of enhance bone density and stuff. It's perfect. There's a lot of calcium in it. We're not going to stick any butter into it. I just wanted to show you. Butter, not in this recipe. But this is a great recipe for John C. Lincoln. They do a great job over there. And they bring awareness to us and how we should eat. Now, what I'm bringing is a lot of flavor. So now this has started to cook down a little bit. I added the stock to it. I'm going to take this and I'm going to remove it and just put it down here and let it cook down a little bit. Now comes the magic. We're going to do the scallops. And I want to show you, let me see the fire. There we go. We're going to turn that off. I'm going to turn that up. That pan's been hot. Here we have diver scallops, one of my favorite scallops in the world. Now, these diver scallops are special scallops because there's a certain size. They're U10s, 10 to a pound, which is a pretty big scallop. They are called diver scallops because they are harvested by divers. What happens is they have the scallop beds that these scallop farmers, are raising these scallops, and they monitor them, how much they grow, where they grow, how fast they grow, and then they know where they can harvest these scallops. So I put a little bit of salt and pepper on them, and I'm just going to use olive oil, no butter here, and I'm going to take the seasoned side and I'm going to put it down. Now, you definitely want to put the seasoned side down And then normally I tell you, and I know you all listen to me, you usually season the other side with salt and pepper. I'm not going to on the scallop because on the scallop has enough saltiness because it's a shellfish. So anything that's a shellfish that's sort of contained like that, whether it's oysters, whether it's clams, whether it's mussels, have a lot of natural salt already in them. So I'm going to add a little bit of pepper to this, and we're going to let them brown. I have to tell you, scallops, I'm going to cut a little bit of them right here, have that nice fleshy meat right there. It's beautiful, it's shiny. Now, how can you tell if a scallop is good or is nice and fresh? First of all, it's a little sticky, tends to be a little sticky. That's just the natural juices of a scallop. And if you ever want to, pop it in your mouth. It's delicious, good, and sweet. And I've had everybody here have tried them. Even I think Stacy tried it one day. She even liked it. Weston, you like everything. So anyhow, we're going to take the scallops and let those cook. I'm going to check on this right here, the Swiss chard. And I'm going to bring it back over here, and we're going to show you how that sort of is coming together. Now, as I pull this all up, you can see, I'm going to do it with the spoon. Look at this. See how nicely that cooks? And it's all cooked down, and you have the cantaloupe, the chili, the onions all together. Oh my God. Wait, let me see. Did you see that again? Facial. See my eyes? I love this. Oh my gosh. I just have to tell you, I like it when it works. Okay, this is just about done. I'm going to take the scallops, and you know what? I'm going to let them just brown just a little bit more, and in just 1 minute, I'm going to show you how all this dish comes together. Now, I'm going to start flipping these scallops here because they're just about ready, and you can see they're nice and caramelized. And I just have to tell you, our friends at John C. Lincoln give us all kinds of information. Do you know osteoarthritis? 27 million people suffer from that. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. I feel like that in the morning. Sometimes I think it's because I eat a lot of bad things and I don't take care of myself as well as I should, but I've started to. This is really a calcium-rich entree, big, bold flavors. You want to be able to eat healthy. And you know, it's so important. So you got to take care of yourself. Bone disorders and degenerative bone disorders are very common these days. So make sure you stay in tune with John C. Lincoln. Make sure you eat a lot of calcium, a lot of protein, eat things that are good for you. Green leafy things are perfect. And this recipe, if you eat this once a week, yes, you can thank me for your no arthritis, just Chef Eddie. But anyhow, we're going to show you everything has come together. These leafy greens are gorgeous. I'm just going to take them and I'm going to move this right here. And I'm going to sort of put the juice and everything down on here because the juice becomes the sauce. And you see what was in that sauce? Just fruit, chilies, olive oil, things like that. Oh my gosh, I did it again. I have to tell you. Do you remember Mayberry RFD? They had a John C. Lincoln there too also. Andy would say, Aunt B, I don't know how you do it. That's the way I feel right now. These scallops, Aunt B would be proud of. I know you folks will really like these at home. And I know the doctors and all the friends at John C. Lincoln would love this recipe. Anyhow, you know how to get the recipe. You can go to eddieshouseaz.com for all of our great recipes of Eddie on Demand. This is perfect. Everyone, have a great day. Thank you to John C. Lincoln for all that you do for us, keeping us healthy, fit, and a long-lasting life. Until next time, hey, Chef Eddie, I like it when it works.
This recipe has been presented by John C. Lincoln Hospitals. As both chest pain centers and cardiac arrest centers, John C. Lincoln Hospitals take heart health seriously. Find out more at jcl.com/heart.